everyone, Jess here, and today I'm joined with Jolanda Stevens from KLM. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jolanda.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's start off. Could you begin with telling us a little bit about zero-emission aviation program at KLM?
Yeah, for sure. One of my favorite program, of course. In KLM, we're working on zero-emission aviation, meaning that we're building the strategy towards the future with the new technologies, battery electric and hydrogen flying. So how are we going to approach this? Is this suitable for us? What is feasible? Stuff like that. So very, very exciting.
Fantastic. So that lots of innovative technologies in the sustainability field.
For sure.
So of course, as an airline, KLM has been backing multiple sustainability-focused innovations and technologies over the years. Can you talk us through just a few of them?
Yeah, well, it's hard to choose because there are so many, but maybe it's nice to mention, of course, we're doing a lot of fleet renewal. It's not really innovation, but in case of sustainability, and we're aiming to be 80% new fleets in 2030. We're using AI to predict our food on board, the catering, so that we prevent food waste. We managed to save 63% food waste per year with this application. It's very exciting. We have tested a taxi bot, so to taxi out to the runway with the taxi bot together with Schiphol Airport in order to be using that over the next years. It will reduce a lot of CO2. And of course, we are within the zero-emission aviation program supporting Zero-Avia, who's building a hydrogen aircraft, and we're going to make a flight demonstration with a liquid hydrogen aircraft in 2026. So.
Fantastic. And those, the ones you've touched on, which are just a sample of the range you guys are working with, cover that sort of near, short, the near, medium, and long term. So something like a hydrogen is probably we're not going to see the benefits for a little while longer. Is that correct?
Yes, for sure. Yes, in taking your operational measures, like for instance, optimized climb or so the eco-piloting things that we're also doing, that's really short term, right? Your current technology is trying to make that better. Then mid-term, you're looking towards more innovative applications like the taxi bot or maybe things that you're learning also in our aviation challenge. That's some kind of challenge that you're doing with the other SkyTeam partners in order to get your flights as sustainable as possible. And on the long term, of course, we have a lot of new technologies like hydrogen and battery electric. And underlying all of these, there's sustainable aviation fuel. Sorry, I should say alternative aviation fuel. And this has to do with the blending that we do today, which we need to ramp up, of course, towards the future.
Absolutely. And then when we talk about things like hydrogen aircraft and specifically electric aircraft, this is going to, introducing these into service is going to incur a range of infrastructural challenges, shall we say. How confident are you that these challenges can be overcome with minimal disruption to daily operations?
There are many angles to this. So if you're looking at new technologies, then the infrastructure, of course, has to be there. And for hydrogen technology, this is totally different than what we do today. On the other hand, once the infrastructure is there, you can scale that up in different steps. Then the operational part of that, of course, has other challenges. So how long will the turnaround time be? Will there be possibility for parallel processes during your turnaround time? How are we going to fly it? What if you have to divert? So there are many angles in which we have to look at this new technology. But I'm very confident that we can tackle those. There are so many parties in the field working on them. So yeah.
Fantastic. And then, of course, zero emission is a very challenging but necessary target. This might link back to what we were saying with the short term, medium, long term, but are there any what you would call sort of easy gains to be made for airlines looking to sort of start out on this journey and see quick returns?
I think if they would be easy, then we would have done them already, right? So I think the things that we were just referring to for the short term, so the lessons on the short term, everybody should do that. That's a no-brainer. But investing in new technologies and helping new startups or new parties in the field who have disruptive ideas, but which are very necessary for the future, I think we should all step in and help them. So maybe that's not easy, but it's very necessary. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun as well.
Well, that's always nice to hear. And then if we think about the event, how does events like today's help drive innovation in the space? So why did you choose to join us today?
I think events like this are very important because you meet like-minded individuals. Like-minded individuals working on aerospace, also from different angles, of course, but from these different angles and in meeting each other, networking, explaining what you do, finding common grounds. We need common ground, right? The solutions of the future are only built on this common ground with all the players in the value chain. And the players in the value chain come together in events like this, so it's very important.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining me today and sharing your insights.
Thank you.